Hi, my name is Ralph Morris with Local Mobile Partners, and I'm here today with Dr. Mayda Cox, who is a chiropractor in Costa Mesa, California, and she has a fairly unique and gentle approach to chiropractics that's different than the average preconception that most people have about the nature of chiropractic. So first of all, I just want to thank you for being here with us today, Dr. Cox.
Hi, Ralph. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Now, I know you in your practice, you utilize a gentle chiropractic method called the Activator method of chiropractic treatment. Can you share with exactly what is the Activator method?
Yes, Activator is a low-force, safe, gentle, comfortable, specific, and effective form of chiropractic treatment. It accomplishes this by the use of an adjusting instrument. The other thing that's a big part of Activator is a research-based analysis that we do on every patient that's comprised of orthopedic, neurological, and chiropractic examinations. This analysis determines if you need to be adjusted and where you need to be adjusted.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that sounds very clinical and technical. Could you possibly show us what does the Activator device look like?
This is what the device, the adjusting instrument, looks like. We just apply it to the joint with no more force than that, and then we push a button and it adjusts the joint just like that.
Wow, that does seem gentle and completely different than what people normally expect from a chiropractic adjustment. And because of this device, then, can you use the Activator on people who may be frail or have current injuries or even pre-existing medical conditions?
You know what? That's one of the greatest things about this technique, and one that I really appreciate. Because now I'm able to help a lot more people than I ever was able to before because of the gentleness of this technique. With the, that very forceful manipulation, there were a lot of people I would turn away. For example, the elderly. A lot of times the elderly are not able to withstand a very forceful manipulation, especially if they have a disease like osteoporosis, where the bones are weakened, or any disease where the bones might be weakened. That force is too much. We were unable to adjust those people. Another example is patients who have blocked arteries in their neck. The twisting motion of manual manipulation can be very detrimental to that patient. With Activator, we don't do any twisting motion, and because the force is small, we don't have to worry about hurting those people, so now we can treat them and give them the relief that they're looking for. Another example is a herniated disc. Those are very, very painful, and those people usually can't handle a lot of forceful twisting, but Activator has research showing that we are able to help patients with herniated discs. Another example would be patients with fusion of the spine. You have to be very careful with the amount of force used with those patients, so that they're good Activator patients. Children like Activator because of its gentleness.
It's really amazing on how many different conditions and people that you can treat now that you wouldn't have been able to treat with the older, more conventional chiropractic method. Now, I know we talked a lot about people with physical ailments, but I'm sure there's many people who haven't seen chiropractors for psychological reasons. Namely, they're probably afraid, of what they heard about chiropractors, either from friends or their doctors. So, how is the Activator method perfect for people who these types of people who haven't seen a chiropractor because they were afraid of being twisted or cracked?
Well, we don't twist and we don't crack and we don't use forceful manipulation. that makes me think of another area where Activator is good, and that is with patients with the older technique. People would come in and they'd be fearful of being adjusted, so they would tense up, and then you're fighting their tensing and they're tensing more, and it'd be very uncomfortable for the patient. Activator patients are relaxed because they know that it's not going to be painful, and therefore it's very easy to adjust them. Even if they did tense up or if their muscles are tight, the Activator instrument is very high speed along with being low force, and it can always adjust through tight muscles, which is another great advantage. So with Activator, you don't have to be fearful.
Well, that's great, and that obviously I can see how that would make a huge difference in the success of an adjustment, because if someone was very tense under the old method, they obviously wouldn't get the kind of results, and even if they're tense now, they can still get the results with this gentle approach to chiropractic adjustment. Well, I really want to thank you for taking the time to be with us today, and for those of you who are watching us here and listening in, if you'd like more information on the Activator method or gentle chiropractors or gentle chiropractic adjustments, feel free to visit Dr. Cox's website. That's drmaydacox.com. You can also look for that link below, or you can call the office directly at 949-645-1177. And Dr. Cox, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you, Ralph. It's been my pleasure.